Good afternoon, class. How are you all? I hope you all are well. Today we are here again to study GK, and today's chapter is Olympics track and field. In this chapter, you can see that there are pictures given on the Olympic sports, and you have to identify that sport and tell that which sport it is. The very first picture is of relay race. But before we start it, a small question which can ponder in our mind is, in which year was Olympics started? In which year was Olympics started? And this is a homework for you which you have to find it out. Olympic is conducted at every 4 years. The last Olympic was conducted in the year 2016 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and the same is about to be conducted in 2020, that means 2020, and the venue is Tokyo, Japan. And I was talking about the relay race. If we talk about the relay race, for example, if I'm giving you a 400-meter relay race, at every 100 meters, a participant is standing and waiting for the first participant to bring the baton. Here you can see a rod-like thing. It is known as baton, and the first participant passes it to the second participant, and the second participant continues the race, and then again the second participant pass on the baton to the third participant, and so on the race goes on. And this is how the track of relay race looks like in Olympics. Now, where was the Olympic 2016 held? In the beginning, I have already told you this. I hope you remember and you'll be able to answer this question. The next question is, where will be next Olympic Games 2020 held? I already told this answer also. I hope you remember and you'll be able to answer this too. Now, the next picture is of javelin throw. The next picture, picture number 2, is of javelin throw. Here you can see the man is playing javelin throw and he's about to throw the javelin. The maximum distance the javelin will cover, the maximum distance the javelin covers, decide the participant is going to lose or win. The third picture is of long jump. Here the participant has to jump long jump he has to do. He or she has to do the long jump, and the maximum distance that candidate or the participant covers decides that the participant will win or lose. The next picture, the fourth picture, is of shot put. Here the player has to throw a solid metallic ball with one hand, and to the maximum distance that participant can throw. The one who throws it to the maximum distance wins the sport. This is how the track or the pitch looks like where shot put is played. The center, the white circle where the participant stands and throws the shot put towards that V-shape track, and there the distance is measured, that up till where that participant had thrown the shot put, up till which distance that participant has thrown the shot put. The next picture is hammer throw. The next picture is hammer throw. This is how an iron ball is attached to a string and the person has to hold and throw it. And this is how the stadium of hammer throw looks like. It is covered by net, and the distance of this string for women is 119.5 centimeter, and for men it is 121.5 centimeter, and it is thrown in the air, and the maximum distance it covers. The person who covers or throws the hammer to the maximum distance wins the sport. Now the next is hurdle race or hurdles. The next is hurdles. The sixth picture is of hurdles, and this is how hurdles are put on the track and the race begins. The hurdles or the obstacles on the path are put and the track is designed like this. Here you can see the track of hurdle race for men, and here you can see the track of hurdle race for women. Now here in your book, something about this woman has been mentioned, and the name of this woman is PT Usha. Her full name is Pilawulakandi Thekke Perambil Usha. Please write down the full name of PT Usha in your notebook somewhere or in the book itself. The full name of PT Usha is Pilawulakandi Thekke Perambil Usha. PT Usha was the first Indian woman to reach the final of an Olympic athletics event. She was the first woman. She has the record of being the first Indian woman to be the finalist in Olympic athletics event. At the 1984 Olympic Games in Los Angeles, California, she was placed fourth in the 400-meter hurdle. She participated in the hurdle race of 400-meter and she secured the fourth position, and she just lost the match by 1/100th of second. Very minute difference. She lost just by a very minute difference. She also represented India in the 1980 and 1988 Olympics, and she has bagged many gold medals in Olympics for athletics only. Now, she was born in Calicut, Kerala on 27th June 1964. Now, the next athletic sports star which is mentioned in your book is Bekele. He was very much famous to run barefoot. He was an Ethiopian. It is a place, the name of the place where he was born. He is an Ethiopian long distance runner. He arrived for the 1960 Olympic marathon. He was inexperienced. He was not very much experienced. He had only ran 1 or 2 marathons before participating in the Olympics. But he went to win the gold medal. Still, he bagged the gold medal and he broke all records on that day. He just covered the marathon race in 2 hours 15 minutes and 16.2 seconds. It was very impressive because he was running barefoot. 4 years later, he won the marathon again. After every 4 years, after the 4 years for the first time when he participated, and the next Olympics also he won the gold medal. But at that time he was having a problem. Only 6 months before the marathon or the Olympics, he was operated for appendix, and after the operation also he could manage to win the gold medal. He was born in Ethiopia on 7th August 1932 and died on 25th October 1973. Again, I am going to mention he was very much famous for running barefoot. Now, here I have given you some questions and which I have called quiz time. Name the 5 most affected countries due to corona. We all know that it is a wide world spread pandemic and we are facing a lot of problem because of that. That is why it is very much on news. Whenever you switch on the television, the news is flooded with corona. So today I am giving you a question and you have to find out any 5 most affected countries due to corona. Next question is, also you have to find out the states and the union territories in India which are not affected by corona. There are some states and some union territories in India which are still not affected by corona, by God's grace, and it is a very good news for us that at least some of the places corona has not reached in India. And so you have to find out those states and union territories and write it down. Now moving on to the next page, there are description given about the athlete, and we have to find out about which athlete we are talking about. The very first one is known as the Flying Sikh. He represented India in the 1960 Olympics in Rome and in 1964 Olympics in Tokyo. The two consecutive Olympics he participated in, he won the gold medal also, and he broke all the records in athlete, and that is why he is also known as Flying Sikh, because he runs very fast. His name is Milkha Singh. This is the current picture of Milkha Singh. He is of almost 90 years now. Milkha Singh was born on 20th November 1929 in Govindpura, Pakistan. Now, the next athlete is, she was voted as the greatest female athlete of the 20th century by the Sports Illustrated for Women magazine. There is a magazine known as Sports Illustrated for Women magazine, and this magazine nominated her to be the greatest female athlete of the 20th century, and her name is Jackie Joyner Kersee. She is Jackie Joyner Kersee, and she was born on 3rd March 1962. Currently, she is almost 58 years, and she was born in East St. Louis, Illinois, United States. Now, the next athlete is the only runner to win the 5,000 meter and 10,000 meter and the marathon at the same Olympic Games in 1952. In 1952 Olympics, he won all these three events: 5,000 meter race, 10,000 meter race, and also the marathon. In Helsinki, he had a distinctive running style. He would pant and wheeze and would look visibly shattered during a race. You could see on his face that he is almost shattered. He's very, he can feel the pain. You can also feel the pain on his face. This led to him being nicknamed the chaise locomotive or the bouncing chaise. He was given a nickname, the chaise locomotive or the bouncing chaise. He is Emil Zatopek. Emil Zatopek was born on 19 September 1922 in Koprowins, Czechia, and died on 22nd November 2000, Prague, Czechia. His name is Emil Zatopek, spelling E-M-I-L, Emil, Z-A-T-O-P-A-K, Zatopek. Now the next, this pole vaulter was repeatedly voted the world's best athlete. He was again and again voted as the world best athlete. He won 6 consecutive IAAF World Championship. Consecutive 6 times he won the IAAF Championship. What is IAAF? International Association of Athletics Federation, and that too Olympic gold, and broke the world record 35 times. Not only once, he broke the record 35 times, and this is how he looks right now. Sergei Bubka was born on 4th December 1963, and he is almost 56 years now, and he was born in Ukraine. The next athlete, he became the first man in history to win and set world records in 100 meter, 200 meter, and along with his teammates the 4x100 meter relay at a single Olympics. In the same Olympics, he has won 100 meter race, 200 meter race, and a relay race, where I have already told you in the relay race example I have given you that, for example, if the total distance of the race is 400, then 4 participants will run 100 meters. So he, along with his team, won the relay race also in the Olympics, which was conducted in 2008 Beijing. He went to claim 3 gold medals in these events at the 200 and 2012 London Olympics, as well as at the 2016 Rio Games. Again, he has secured gold medal in 2012 and 2016 too, and his name is Usain Bolt. He was born on 21st August 1986 and he's almost 33 years old now. Again, one more athletic is talked about in your book. He's an American gymnast, George Iser. He won 6 medals in gymnastics event at the 1904 Olympics despite having a wooden leg. He's not having a true leg, he is having wooden leg. One of his leg is damaged and because of which he has wooden leg, but he chose to ignore the terrible pain and carried on and won a gold medal. He's not having his legs, he's using wooden leg, and still he managed to run and he won gold medal. A year before the 2000 Olympics, an accident left French shooter Frank Dumoulin temporarily wheelchair bound. He recovered and not only competed but also won a gold medal. And again, one more person has been added, that is French shooter Frank Dumoulin. He also met with an accident just before the Olympics of 2000 and he was now on the wheelchair, but still he competed, he participated and he won gold medal. Now here is George Iser. He was born on 31st August 1870 in Germany and died on 6th of March 1919 in Colorado. Now the next chapter is Know Your Flag. So before starting with this, knowing the flag and all, we should first be clear about our flag. Who gave the design of the current flag which we are using? The flag which we see today was designed by Bekele. The flag which we see today, जो अभी हम use कर रहे हैं, the same flag was designed by Bekele. Here is the journey of the Indian national flag. The first flag was designed on 7th August 1906 and I have given you the picture. Vande Mataram was written on that flag. In the middle it was yellow color, saffron and green, and lotus was there. Then the second flag came in 1907, orange, yellow, green. Again Vande Mataram was mentioned there. The third one was designed in 1970. Then the next came in 1921. Then again the fourth came in 1921 and the fifth came in 1931 along with Gandhiji's charkha, and that charkha was replaced by that chakra, dharma chakra, and the present flag which we have got, and it was given on 22nd July 1947. Here are some of the meanings, that the color which our flag has got, what does that exactly mean? The first strip is of Bhagwa or the saffron color. The saffron color denotes renunciation or disinterestedness. Okay? Here you can see that the very first color is saffron and it denotes renunciation. Now what is renunciation? It might be striking your mind. Renunciation means disowning or disclaiming as invalid. The state of having rejected your affiliation, religious or political beliefs or principles. Here means that we are rejecting the rule of Britishers. We want to reject the rule of Britishers, and we are going to remember the sacrifices of the freedom fighters. The freedom fighters have given their life, they have sacrificed their lives for us, and this is for what we are going to remember them. The next color is white. The white in the center is light, the path of truth and guide our conduct. The white color denotes light, the path of truth. The second color is the green, shows the relation to soil, our relation to the plant life here, on which other life depends. Here the green color shows our connection with the land, the life. That is why we call dharti ma, to our earth, mother earth, right? So this is what denotes. The next color is blue chakra, right? The ashok chakra in the center of the white is the wheel of the law of dharma. Okay, the dharma has established, and the wheel also shows the continuity, because wheel moves, so it shows the continuity, how the continuation, how how our country will move along with the people and and move towards the prosperity. Now next, in which, now if we are going to follow, means answer the questions, the very first question is, in which year was the tricolor flag officially adopted at the session of Indian National Congress? The first time when the flag was adopted officially, it was the year 1931, and I have already showed you the flag of 1931, which was having this tricolor only, but in the middle, instead of having the Ashok Chakra, it was having the Charkha of Mahatma Gandhi. The next question, when was the national flag in its present form adopted? I already told you this answer when we were discussing before. 22nd July 1947. What is the ratio of the width of the national flag to its length? Width means चौड़ाई, length means लंबाई. जो ratio है, that is always 2:3. That means breadth will be 2 and length will be 3. In this ratio only it can move on. How many spokes are there in Ashok Chakra in the national flag of India? In our national flag, how many spokes are there in Ashok Chakra? There are 24 spokes. What does the Ashok Chakra in our national flag depict? I already told, Dharma Chakra. Okay? And it depicts that it moves. That means it depicts dynamism of peaceful change. How the country is changing to peacefully towards and moving towards prosperity. By what name is our national flag popularly known? Our national flag is of 3 colors, and that is why it is popularly known as Tiranga. The next question, in the event of the death of which dignitaries is the flag half-masted? Flag flown below the top throughout the India. The flag is not hoisted properly, fully. It is hoisted just below the top, but in the honor of whose, means in the event of whose death, of whose dignity, means who all are considered in this category: the president, vice president, and the prime minister. If the president dies and he is in the tenure of his work, and or the vice president or the prime minister, then all over the country the flag is hoisted the flag is half masted, not hoisted, it is half masted. To put an end to the confusion regarding the display of the national flag of India, the government of India came with Flag Code of India in 2002. It included detailed information ranging from the shape, size, color of the flag to the list of organizations which can rightfully display it. There were several confusions regarding the national flag, so the government of India in 2002 gave the flag code, and in the flag code it was clearly mentioned who, means where, at which places the flag can be hoisted, and what is the exact size, color, and everything. The detailing has been given in that flag code. Now the next chapter is, how is a book made? Here we are going to study that how a book is being made. Before coming in our hand, what all are the procedures through which a book goes? It all begins with the writers penning down their ideas. First of all, the writer writes a book. The writer writes his thoughts. Writing can take a long time. It can take a long time or a short time. It depends on the writer, how he or she is writing. The author has to do a lot of research, revise the text, and edit the book before it is finally complete. See, the author has to be very much careful, because whatever things, whatever data, whatever facts the author is going to write in the book is going to be believed by the students, and that will be taken forward. So the writer has to be very much careful uh, before writing anything in the book. So that is why he or she has to undergo a lot of research, and to avoid any mistake he or she has to revise it also. Once the author is happy with the work, a copy of it, called a manuscript, is sent to the publisher. Once the author is very much happy and content that yes, the content is very good and now he can publish the book, he makes a copy of that book, and that copy is known as manuscript, and that manuscript is sent to the publisher so that the procedure can move on. At the publishing house, the editor reads the manuscript, and if the editor likes it, he asks the publisher to publish the book. Only when the publisher is sure that it will be a good book does it get published. When the writer sends the manuscript to the publisher again goes through the book and sees the content, and if he is very much confident that it is a very good book, then only it will be given for publishing. And once the manuscript is finalized, when the script is finalized that yes, this book is going to be published, the editor works with the writer and makes necessary changes. Now the editing goes on. Now the editor, if he feels like to make a change, he changes certain things to improve it. The editors make sure that a text doesn't have any factual or grammatical errors. The editor very precisely cross checks it and makes sure that there is no mistake. Meanwhile, the designer comes up with a good design of the book. The design also is also there on the book. For example, if you have your English notebook or GK notebook, the cover is very much colorful, designed according to the pattern and the content inside the book. Later, the text and images are arranged in a form to print ready pages. Also, the pages, you can see this page also, there is a caterpillar, the style of the title of the chapter, also the border down. You can see how the page is designed. To make the book error free, the first draft of the printed book is reviewed by proofreaders. Once the book is printed, the very first printed book is again given to for proofreading. Again, the readers read it again and check whether there is any mistake, error or not. They check the entire book very minutely, including words, images, figures, tables, everything. They check each and everything whether it is going along with the content or not. This was the very first, among the very first printing machines, and this is how now the printing machines have been turned out. Right, this I have already explained. And see, here you can, in the pictures you can see that first the writer writes, then it goes to the publishing house where many books are stored already, then the editing goes in the publishing house, and then the last picture is that here it is designed also. It is designed on the computer, the system. The designer is designing the pages and the covers on the system, and then once the pages of the book are finalized, they are given to the printer. Now if everything is finalized, it will be given to the printer. At the printing press, the pages are printed on huge printing machines. I have already shown you the printing machines. There the pages are being printed. The pages in then folded in the correct order, bound inside the covers and trimmed to size. The writer's manuscript is now a real book. Now they print it, they fold it, they bind the book, they cut and make sure that it is of equal size, and the book is ready. Now the manuscript which was given by the author is ready in a book. It is now the time for the marketing and publicity department to create a buzz in the market so that people came to know about the book even before it is released. Now the time comes for the marketing people. Now they do the publicity and the marketing for the book. Writers also, for the publicity, they sit and read the book for the public, so that the public take interest, and according to which they can buy the books. Not the whole story they read, but they give a just idea about what the story is about, and so that there is a interest created in the minds of the readers who can buy the book. they arranged they arrange for book launch parties. In the part They arrange parties also where they launch the book. They also make sure that the book gets reviewed in newspapers or magazines. They also ask for the right for the people, those who are reviewing the books in the magazines and newspapers, to review it and give ratings, so that if it is a very good book, the readers can go and buy and read. Can you think of some other ways in which people can be informed about forthcoming books? These days, there are many other strategies also. They can also do things on internet, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, wherever they can write or advertise about their books there also. The finished books are delivered to bookstores and libraries all over the country and sometimes around the world. Now the books are ready and it goes to the bookstores, library, and if it is a very good book, and if the readers like it a lot, it goes all over the world also. The sales teams works hard to push the book sales. At the end of every season, a part of the money the publisher earns from the sale of each book goes to the author as royalty. Whatever earning is there, the publisher shares it with the author too. Now there is a quiz on the basis of this activity. The very first question is, what is a book with a soft paper cover called? So before we start, here is the picture where you can see here is a bookstore. Sometimes the advertising and the marketing is done here also. And after that, the books are sold in the bookstore only. Again, coming back to the first question, what is the book with a soft paper cover called? So this is a very soft cover notebook, and it is also known as paperback. This is also known as paperback. The second question, who invented the mechanized printing press? Who invented the mechanized printing press? Johannes Gutenberg. He was the person who invented the first mechanized printing press. The next question, at the end of many books, you will find a list of the words with page numbers of where the words appear in the book. What it is called? It is called index, as it is given as contents at the starting of the page. Sometimes it is given in the back also for the new words, and you can get the meanings of these words and where it is used in the book. The next, what is the introduction to the book by an eminent personality called? It is known as foreword. It is an introduction given to the book by some famous personality, that about what it is written, how it is written, who has written. Some introduction type it is given by some other person, not by the same author who has written the book, but some other famous personality, and it is known as foreword. So with this we have ended up with that chapter also. And the last question of the quiz means, throughout today's class I have given you several questions, and this is the sixth question which I am going to give you. Which state or union territory has set up a task force to tackle the coronavirus outbreak? Right, there is a state or a union territory who has set up a task force, okay, to deal with the coronavirus problem, and you have to tell me the state or the union territory. Answer I have already bolded. You have to write the answers, all the six answers on a page, and send it to me as an assignment, and you have to complete the work till here in your book itself. This was all for today. I hope you all are staying home, staying safe, washing your hands every now and then, maintaining proper hygiene. So stay home, stay safe. Thank you for today. Thank you very much.